you cite as some of your musical influences?
I get a lot of guitar tapping techniques from Dave Knudsen from Minus the Bear. I've listened to a lot of Godspeed You Black Emperor, Zeros, Explosions in the Sky, stuff like that.
It's almost over, it's just begun. Don't overthink this, look in my eye. Don't be scared, don't be shy, come on in, the water's...
Neat Nation, welcome back to the Droopy Whiskey Show.
Everyone, what is going on? It is Brian.
Neat Nation.
Everyone, what is going on? It is Brian. We are back.
Neat Nation, welcome back.
Everyone, what is going on? It is Brian. What is up, everybody? We're here in the chat, on the stream. What's going on, everybody? The last stream that I was on, I was trying to throw music in the background, and I got some sort of copyright claim. It said, hey, like, there's nothing serious happening right now. We're just going to look into it, okay? And I'm like, surely using StreamYard as a provider, they have they have this stuff taken care of. They have this stuff taken care of. What's going on? I'm going to say hey to everybody who's in the chat. I mean, I have said hey to everybody who's in the chat, but I'm going to continue to say hey to everybody in the chat. While we're at it, go ahead and let me know what you're drinking tonight. Let me know what you're drinking tonight. And we'll get to it. I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to go back to the top. We got Eric Sawyer's ready to party. Tom Lynch is ready to go. Top Dog back for the second week. Thanks again for coming over after Cam's show. I was just watching Cam's show as well. Our newest ADHD Matt Madness Invitational Taster of the Year. Oh, it feels good. Feels good hearing that. Instead of Grease, right? Kendra, we're going to be talking about this a little bit later on. Big Deck Energy. We're going to talk about Big Deck Energy somewhere. Where are my fingers at? We're gonna talk about it. Shoot, I can't even point a straight line. Soon, we'll talk about it soon. Cade, what's going on, Cade? Good to see you here. Tim, good to see you. Back in the chat. Michael Flores, what is up? Johnny 5, the Not Drew stream. Here we are. Team Left, Brian. Dude, it took me a while to try and figure out how to get stuff framed in here. I could go full screen too. I kind of liked it like ESPN style where there's still stuff floating around. Ryan, cheers, man. What's going on? Rick, what is up? What's up, Rick? Nicholas, we are here. I was surprised to see if people would make it. I know I've tried to do it last couple of weeks, but I was like, maybe they won't catch it. No, Drew, maybe they won't catch it over here. But we'll see. We got Kyle Ramage in the house. Kyle's chilling in the house. All right. There we go. We got Matt in the house. Let's see what people are drinking. Let me get down. Oh, my gosh. My coworker's in here. Cam, what's on, man? What's up, buddy? You must be so bored. Why are you joining in on this lonely, boring chat tonight? And we can talk about it again in the morning, too, if you want. Kyle Ramage doing a little 1910 for him to start. Let's go. Got some Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. Nice. Good choice. Michael Flores is not quite there yet. He's got barbecue chicken and some ranch water, which sucks. So, but Kyle likes the ranch water. Man, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what flavor it was that I had. What was it? That's the tequila stuff, right? Ranch water. That's like the tequila infused stuff. Ugh, whatever kind I had was no bueno. Andrew Beck, I don't understand this. I'm drinking Blue Run because okay. I like the way that it continued. I was like, why are you drinking Blue Run? Ugh. Weird. Okay. OCD, what's going on? Just popped in to say what's up. Working tonight. Have to catch the replay. Hey, that's totally fine. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in real quick. John Seppi, what is up? What is up? All right. Has Drew caught up on his sleep yet? I don't know what Drew. I don't know. We were talking about going live because we were gonna talk about our driftless picks, and then he was like, "Dude, no bueno, not gonna get in." So I was like, "That's fine." And then I almost debated not doing it, and then cheers, Tom. I almost debated not doing it, and then in the mini chat, in our little chat that we have, the guys were like, "Come on, get the band back together. We got to do it." 4-year high rye bourbon. It's not bad. Oof. Yikes. You're not wrong, though. All right. Eric Sawyer is sipping Chardonnay. Hey, let's give a quick congrats to Eric Sawyer's wife, who just delivered their newest. Let's give some round of applause there. Not to Eric. He had very little to do with this. So, all right. McFlores, do the spicy ranch water. Man, y'all are. Ranch water is tequila, club soda, and a squeeze of lime. Whatever I had was not good. Tim, sipping on Traverse City. All right. I think I've caught up for the most part. Right? Yeah. Congrats. Am I already frozen up again? See, and here I thought that I was going to fix it with the cable. I thought I was going to fix it with my cable, guys, and I haven't. I got that cable that I told you I needed to work on. And it's still giving me my issues. So this might not fly all that long today. I'm going to pour some samples out while we're going. Get this ready to go. We'll come back in a second. Get my samples poured out for everybody. Where'd he go? I got none of these samples are poured out anyway, so we'll have to get them ready to go. I know, it's podcast style. You are not wrong. All right. Let me dive in. Let me just dive in. You know what? That would have been a really good time to get to the pictures because I have some pictures. I have things ready. I have like pictures to show, everything. I thought. So they're hiding here somewhere. So anyway, let's do a recap. I am sipping on. I'm a little congested or something. There's something that's been going around with my kids and my wife, and I thought I was exempt from it, or I thought I started it initially, but either way, it's come back around. And today, like I've had my eyes been all itchy and stuff. I'm like, oh, this sucks. And then on my drive home from work, my ear started to ache. And then when I got home, I've lost hearing in the right side of my ear. So not too bad. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. We're talking about Porkins sent a flight of samples from Westland. So I'm going to be sipping through some Westland. Now, I will say my little congestion head thing that I've got going on is probably going to muck that up a little bit. So we're going to try. We're going to try and see where we go. This, what I'm sipping on right now to try and figure out if I can get my senses kicking is some Stag Junior. This is the Corona cigar bar pick. And that's what we're starting off with. Yeah, everyone give some shout outs. Give some shout outs to Eric Sawyer's wife. Tom just poured a little Chattanooga Bottled and Bond. I'm going to keep sipping on this Stag while we talk about the show. So, agenda for the show. So, if you're on Patreon, you already know this. Drew's not here for me to continue to talk about, so I'm not going to open it up. But our Driftless Glen picks came in, and we're going to talk about those a little bit. I did taste that 2 weeks ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Tasted the very last bit of my rye that I had sipped out, and from the pick, what we brought back from the pick. And Eric was on that pick with us. So those are in. Patreon has access to those. I will say, I know that Driftless is supposed to come after this Willett recap. I will say, so if you've heard us talk about it, we did a bourbon, and we did Big Deck Energy, which was it was a short barrel, but it also was a smaller barrel rye. So this was a 30-gallon rye, and it happened to be a short barrel. From what we'll talk about confirmation samples in a second. So this rye only yielded like 60 bottles. So, there we go. The decks are big but few. Yeah, there are not a lot of decks to this barrel. So Patreon has first swing at these barrels. Big Deck Energy, what is up? So I'm stoked for people to start getting them. Hopefully they got them as fast as they get the Middle West Spirits pick, and we can get to hearing what everyone thinks about it. But I wish Drew was on here so we could talk about it. But I'm gonna do a couple things. So I'm gonna do some Willett recap. I'm gonna talk about some of the events that I got coming up. If anyone wants to hear about some of the events coming up. And then we're going to talk about the Driftless Glen picks a little bit more, even though I literally just did that. And then I'm going to try and dive into this flight of Westland samples. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour these out while we have some more chitter chatter. Okay, let me line these up. We got a whole bunch of these. I'm not gonna. I'll talk about what they are, I guess, when I get to tasting. But I'm not gonna pour a whole lot in, just in case they're not fly. I'm super excited about this. So huge shout out to Porkins for sending this flight. Porkins is incredibly generous, but I don't know what it is. I know that my friend Michael Hall. You guys have heard me talk about Michael Hall. He gave me a sample of a Westland he got from a group, I guess, and it's like a 5-grain malt sample. And I won't lie, it was hot at first, but I've been intrigued by the things that Westland's doing, and I just want to learn more. And it's hard for me because I don't have access to it. So Porkins does, and huge shout out to the Porkmeister for giving me some of those. Let's see. This is a good comment, I think. You drove 6.5 hours and got kicked out of the state. I say talk all you want. You know what? Absolutely true. That's exactly what happened. Drew's not here to defend himself, so I'll get a chance to talk about it again. If you don't remember when we went to Milwaukee, I'll talk about it during the Driftless pick. Let's go back to the Willett recap. So earlier this week, and let me see if I can pull up some of the pictures. Earlier this week, I was very blessed, very fortunate enough to join a group on a Willett pick. This is Santa Fe Boutique Wine and Spirits. Shout out to everyone who's from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Santa Fe Boutique Wines and Spirits group. They were in, I guess they had reached out to, if you all know, you should know, that I do the Behind the Pursuit podcast with the guys from Bourbon Pursuit. And so Ryan Cecil was asked if he would join the guys on this pick because they had known him from the show, Bourbon Pursuit show. And we were talking about this during Pursuit Palooza a couple weeks back. And I was talking about doing another Willett pick with Ryan, saying, hey, it would be cool. Hey, I got this idea. We need to convince Drew that they need a pick that's at the bar at Willett that's called Pairs Well with Egg Salad Sandwich. And it could be on the menu as the egg salad sandwich and a pour of Pairs Well with Egg Salad Sandwich. And he's like, well, I'm going to do this pick towards the middle of the month. And I said, can you ask if I can go? And luckily I was able to. Now they've changed things up a little bit. Used to walk around the rick house, and now we don't do that. So as you see in this picture here, we're just chilling. What happens if I do this? Does this work? No, it doesn't work. We're just chilling here at this house. I don't have a picture of the house. Some of these pictures were too large for me to upload into here, so I'm going to have to scoop around a little bit. But we did this group. They've been partners with Willett for a long time, and they got to do several different picks while we were there. And so I was with them on day one of them doing some picks. And so they picked a bourbon and they picked a rye. And so I got to taste with them through some 9-year OG recipe. So the 72% corn mash bill recipe bourbons. And then we moved to some ryes, and we did some high rye ryes. I guess they weren't doing low rye in the mash bill or in the for picks. And so we started with 4. We had 4 of each. So we tried to narrow it down to just 2 samples, which was nice. When it came to the bourbons, which is what we did first, there were 2 that I liked. One that I thought had a little bit more oak presence to it, and then one that was very caramely, very brown sugary, and just a nice drinking profile without maybe the bubblegum notes or the fruit pop or the rye bite that sometimes Willett Family Estate bourbons have. But those 2, the former, the one I just talked about, was one that moved on to the 2 sample blind, and then a different sample that was a very traditional OG recipe profile, just a little bit more mature. And they did end up picking the one that I had mentioned was that kind of caramely brown sugar profile. So it's gonna be a nice sweet drinker. When we did the blind actually here that I showed, so they re-poured them for a blind with just the 2 samples, and actually guessed wrong. I voted for the one that I initially didn't like in the first round, but luckily everyone liked the one that I liked in the first round, second round. So blinds, man, that'll get you. So this is the chief proprietor owner of the whole business signing some barrels here. We moved on to the ryes. We had Josh signing here. I'm missing a whole bunch of the pictures because they wouldn't load in here. So I'll stop showing all those pictures, but we moved on to the ryes, and I'm sorry, no, Nation won't get in on that. But again, if you're near Santa Fe, if you're in New Mexico, then I would definitely touch base with them. I'll be lucky if I even get some. I mean, it's probably one of those things where like, cool, like it was, yeah, we allowed you to be here. I hope you had a good time. I might not even get access to these. It would be cool, specifically for the rye. The rye that they picked, we went through a bunch of them again. These were 9-year ryes as well. And they range in a bunch of different profiles. So they had some of them that were a little bit on the spicy side. They had some that were kind of sweet, candied citrus. The last one that we tried had a nose that reminded me of opening an Old Crow Chessman. It was this kind of dusty, funky, but sweet caramel nose. And it was pretty unique. And it actually kind of carried some of those notes through on the palate, mixed in with some traditional candied rye spice notes. We did a blind again of 2 different ones, and one was kind of traditional rye, like what you would probably get in the 4-year rye, what you would just typically have as a perspective of Willett rye, just a little bit older. And then they had this kind of funky off profile one, and it ended up coming down to me and Ryan. We both voted for the funky one, and 2 of the other guys who were with Santa Fe group picked the traditional one. And it came down to that the owners, he ended up having to be the tiebreaker of the 2, and he leaned into the funky one. So I kind of feel bad because I'm like, well, me and Ryan were here. This is not the pick they get, but I really think, what's up, Top Dog? Welcome back. I really think that it is going to be a real good rye for the folks that they bring in here. See, Andrew Beck says, are the 90-year ryes sourced, or does the Willett's own distillate go back that far? I want to say both. I'm fairly certain that everything we tried today was distilled and bottled by Willett Distillery. Sorry, you're going to catch me scratching my eye a bit because it is it's starting to get dried out. But yeah, everything we tried tonight, I'm pretty sure everything that we tried was Willett distilled. Now, I also will go on the record. We've had some Willett Purple Tops before. I've got some downstairs. I've picked several of the younger ones too. That's why I was excited to try the bourbons again. But personally, I myself really like the low rye mash bill. I think it's my favorite mash bill that Willett does. So it's a little sad when you get to try those, but that was a great. Those high ryes were really, really solid. Eric, on that same note, you were mentioning this is by no means a call to action. Okay, no call to action here. But since the last stream, because Eric was mentioning, he's like, why can't I super chat? Why can't I send in a super chat? You don't have a super chat. So I tried to figure out how to turn that stuff on so I'm not just a nincompoop. And I got it turned on. I'm not cool like Cam yet, where I have like some crazy giveaway or whatever for you guys. I literally don't know how it works. I just went through today and tried to like turn some ad stuff on in some of the videos, which I kind of don't like. But if I'm on here, I figure maybe I need to. Shout out to water. You never see me drink water, but I found my Camelback, and so I'm starting to do it again. So anyway, I think super chats are turned on. Don't know anything about them, but I think you can soon like big emojis and stuff too. Who knows? Okay, we've accomplished the Willett recap. Let's talk about Driftless Glen. So, man, appreciate it, Eric. Good guy. Thanks so much, dude. Let's see. Top Dog. I have a Willett Purple Top at 127 proof. It's one of my favorites. It's a great bomb. Just picked up a 5-year Willett rye today at 111 proof. That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely think one of the samples that we tried was one of those grapey ones. And that 5-year rye sounds like it's going to be pretty cool too. Let me know what you think about those when you get into the rye. Andrew Beck, drinking the Blue Room by itself, and I'm like, it's not that bad. But then I poured Rare Breed after it, and boy, does it destroy the Blue Run. And I'm not even a big Rare Breed fan. Whew. Tight Cuts. I don't even know if you're. I don't know now. I don't know if you're talking about me or you meant to jump into Cam's channel. I don't even know. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me what you're talking about, because we also went to Nulu. But I don't think you're talking about me, man. Wrench is getting after him right here. Okay, let's talk about these Driftless picks. Okay, so a couple of days ago, I get this random message on Instagram. So apparently, when we were on vacation a couple weeks back, you might remember when I was on vacation, Blake, that's when our Middle West Spirits pick came in, and Blake sent my Middle West picks, my confirmation samples, whatever you want to call them, to this house in Seabrook. Is a really narrow window of when I was there, and he sent those to me. Well, apparently they use that same sending the Driftless Glen picks. So I have no confirmation samples. I have no samples. I have no bottles right now, because this person at the rental house has them, and they must have signed for them. I did ask for them just to like box it back up, but at a rental house, you probably don't have packing tape. You don't have access to a printer to print a new label, and so my bottles are right here, chilling in Seabrook, where I am not. So there's my there's my Driftless picks. And so I messaged Blake, and they're like, we'll try and get this sorted out. So they issued a new label. So I messaged the label, and then I'm like, oh, they don't have a printer. What are they gonna do? They don't have a printer. I'm like, well, new labels to start. So let's figure this out. So I contact UPS, and UPS is like, oh, we can do what's it called? A call on call order. I was like, well, they don't have access to a label. Can they bring a label? Yeah, we could bring a label. Okay, cool. It's this tracking number. It's at this address. So you need to, it's not at the address it's shipping from. It's at this address. And then it's, oh man, tight cuts. Appreciate it, man. Believe your palate will be primed for the next ADHD. We'll see. We'll see. It's now C-Box. I can't believe you had anything sent there. Hey, dude. Okay. Well, thanks, Tom. Thanks, Tom. Rub it in. Anyway, so it's there at the house. They don't have access to a printer. UPS says, yes, someone will call. So I'm watching the tracking. It does not show that it's been picked up. I'm like, man, this sucks. So I called again today, and the woman's like, nothing's happened. I was like, why has nothing happened? I thought yesterday you guys said something's going to happen. They're like, well, the UPS guy needs to be notified that he needs to come pick it up. I'm like, isn't that what I did yesterday? She's like, there's no record of it. I'm like, that's what I called and did yesterday. I used this tracking number. And she's like, I know that you have a label, but when you make the label, you have to tell the driver they need to pick it. I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking about. So it's been a couple of days, and I messaged him. I was like, hey, can you let me know if they've been picked up? And they have not responded anymore to any of my messages on Instagram. So somebody is drinking my Driftless Picks, and it ain't me. So there's that. So I guess I need to order some Driftless Picks, because Big Deck Energy is going to sell out. So there's that. Wait till they find out what you're trying to ship. I mean, it doesn't matter what they're trying to ship. I mean, Sealbox is allowed to ship. So, oh no, yeah, that's what I was saying, Johnny. That's what I was saying. This picture came from them. They accepted the package. They signed for the package for me, opened the package, and then looked me up online and messaged me that it arrived. So that's where we're at. Call the management company. I can do that. It's a good call. I can call the management company, and I can call the management company and see if we can get it figured out. But anyway, yeah, I think it's pretty funny. Okay, these. So anyway, we've got our picks. I don't have any of the pictures from our pick here. They're over on Patreon from when we went up there, because it wasn't that long ago. I mean, we waited forever for the Middle West Spirits pick. We did not wait forever for the Driftless picks. So again, I'm not throwing the links out live tonight. Hopefully some of you in the chat, you've gotten the links, you had access to it, and hopefully you all have done that. If not, then if you're on Patreon, go over there, check out the links for both the bourbon and the rye. The bourbon was like 130 bottle yield, and the rye was something like 60. Better yet, Tom, let's go up there and place. Yeah, let's go. Johnny 5, right? But the person-to-person shipping of essential oils with you. Yeah. I don't think at this point they're coming. I don't think back. Cheers, Peter. Can't wait to hear what you thought about them. Tom, you're coming down here. Let's go. I'm excited about that. I've got 2 Four Roses things coming up. So tomorrow there's a bourbon and barbecue and cigar event or something like that, some sort of Father's Day event taking place at the distillery in Lawrenceburg. And so, oh snap, you're going down to Kiowa. Yeah, just scoot on over to the house. Just scoot on over to the house and pick them up for me. Oh, Tom, yes, you're You're gonna be right. You're gonna be right there. I should call the management and have them hold it, and you should just scoot right on up there and get it. We'll talk. We'll talk after the show. Yeah. So I got this Four Roses event tomorrow night, and then next weekend, the wifey and I are going to Nashville, and we're not going with the kids. Good call. I will do that. I will see if they can coordinate something like that. DC, what's up? We'll talk after the show, Tom. I think that would be fantastic if I can get that figured out. I don't care when I get them. I would just like to make sure that like somebody's not out, the 4 bottles, if at all possible. Yeah, especially Eric. Happy early Father's Day. So we've got that Roses event, or we're going to Nashville, just me and Kristen. That's going to be nice. Got a nice couple of nice things planned. And then the Saturday, so the second night, we will be going to a Four Roses charity event. And it's like a big Four Roses bottle share at one of the Rose fanatic guys' houses. And it's charity donation. There'll be some silent auctions, big bottle shares, some food trucks and stuff like that. We had to bring some bottles. So I'm bringing the Fraser OBSK that happened at the Fraser event a couple months back. So bringing that. And then I'm bringing, I don't have it up here to show you, but it's this 13-year, 7-month OESO from Wise Guys Lounge, which is part of like Goodfellas Pizza, Wise Guys Lounge. They were out of Lexington. There was one that's in Northern Kentucky, and so I'm bringing that to pop, and then there will likely be a couple of bottle releases there too. So we'll see. Okay, cool. That's that. That's the Willett. That's the Driftless. That's a little bit about event stuff that we got coming up. No one is on schedule to bring the Al Young 50th anniversary, but you know what? Mine's open, so maybe I'll pack it in my backpack. You're supposed to bring a sealed bottle that will be cracked, and it's like a 100 people event, so there'll be like 100 bottles of roses all cracked. Is the Four Roses event in Nashville? It's outside of Nashville, so we will be staying in Nashville Friday and then half of Saturday, and then Saturday we'll be going. It looks like northwest a little bit of Nashville for the other event. So that's what it's going to be. Okay, let's look at these. Let's look at these samples that we're gonna get into. Let's see, how many pieces of paper here? Okay. Oh, here it is, number 500. So we are getting into 5 samples from Westland. I'm gonna try to, like I said, if my palate's jacked, we're gonna be mega short, and we'll just chit chat together. We've got the Westland American Single Malt Cask 5700 Symposium. This is Rare Bird 101 Malt Review and Keg and Bottle Private Barrel Pick. So this is a 5 malt. This first one will be a 5 malt and a tequila cask. Rocky Mountain Cooperage, 105 proof. And this is fill date, finish date. It was filled, and I don't know what a harvest date is. Is that when it was taken out of the barrel? Fill date was on July 29th, 2014, and finished was 7/18/18. So almost 4 years afterwards is when it was put in for finishing. But then it says harvest date was February 22nd, 21. So if that's the case, it finished for 2.5 years on this first one. I'll say these more as we go through them. Cask 2631. So we've got a Washington Select Pale Malt. That's the barley bill. Doesn't really say what it is. It just says minimum maturation time of 66 months. Okay. 57.9% ABV. It's cask type first fill Oloroso hogshead. My cat's playing with something crazy over there. With a Belgian Saison Brewer's yeast strain. I don't even know what the heck this is. I'm seeing a bunch of words I don't understand. Harvest days when it came out of the tequila bar. That's what I was thinking. You're going to have to help me, Andrew. I don't know what the heck is this, all this stuff mean on 2631. All right, well, moving down to 5410. That'll be the next one. It's a minimum maturation time of 73 months. 57% ABV. This has a ton of malts. So it's another 5 malt. Okay, so the second one is a single malt. Then these other ones, another 5 malt Washington Select Pale Malt, Munich Malt, Extra Special Malt, Pale Chocolate Malt, and Brown Malt. Cask type, it has a first fill in an ex-Westland barrel, first fill ex-bourbon, French oak ex... tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. These are aged pretty long. And then we got cask 6140. There's a whole little sales sheet for this. And let's see what he says. Use a bunch of different malts at Westland, but the second one was just one kind of malt. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that single malt. So then this one, it's a 7-year total maturation. New American Oak for 48 months, and then Pinot De Charon for 36 months. Cool. Okay. I like it, that Pinot De Charon. That might be why it's looks a little darker than the rest. Another 5 malt. So again, 7 years, 50%. And then we'll end with 2423, which is a 5 malt and a red wine. Red wine. And 140 proof. Woof. So that's a big boy. It's a big one. That last one will be a big boy. All right. So we're going to dive right into these. Andrew, I don't know that I know you were not sipping these, so you're probably not going to sip with me. But again, and I might not be able to really tell anything because my palate might be jacked from the congestion. But we're going to give it our best effort. We're going to give it our best effort. We're going to start back with 5,700. We can just nose them all. I don't remember what the proof is on this 5,700. 105, so it's low, which is nice. It does not smell like a fire breather, which is good because the last one that I had, I'm pretty sure was super hot, and so it smelled like that too. But it's nice, pleasant grain, smells malty, which sounds pretty generic. But you know, I don't have discernible flavor notes of different malts. Scotch isn't a big thing of mine. Single malts isn't a big thing of mine. We're just exploring it. So to me, it's sweet. It's slightly floral. It's got some honey and maltiness, obviously. That's good. Let's go ahead to this next one. That's at 2631 with Oloroso. That's a single. That's the single malt one. Oh, that's weird. That I gotta smell this over here real quick. That second one almost smells like, and again, my nose might be crazy jacked, but this second one smells like buttered pop. It smells like the buttered popcorn flavored Birdie Botch jelly bean. I don't want to say it smells like buttered popcorn, but it smells like artificial buttered popcorn flavored stuff. Most Westland is 100, 115 proof. They fill at 125, and Seattle climate usually makes the proof go up, down. That 140 proof monster spent all of its life in the tasting room, so it went up. Yeah, so I will say when I had like a minute and a half left before going live, I ran there and I came right back. So I made it beforehand. So now I don't have to do that. I can put an interlude in, though, if you all want to bop again. We can put the bop video back in. Otherwise, I'm going to keep sniffing. I'm intrigued by this second one that kind of smells like buttered popcorn. You got to let me know if these are like kind of close at all, Andrew, even though my sniffer's off, because it's going to help me know whether or not I should even bother to keep going. Interesting. It's kind of 57.9. Yeah, it went up a little bit, so it's a little cling. No, it's not 57.9. It's about the same proof. All right. Third one. Oh, that's very pointed. These are all pretty different from one another already. This one's got a lot more. What would I call that? It's got more fruit notes. It's got more like champagne-y style notes. The one that was the butter popcorn was 2631. Now I'm nosing 5410. And I kind of 5700 is a little smoky, a little fruity, a little malty. 2631 smells like butter popcorn. Coming into this 5410, this is the one that's getting me right now. See, Tight Cuts is on the Calumet 16, a rounded pour, all the notes of the 15, but all the edges are rounded on the 16. Yeah, I want to try that. I had a sample at the bar the other day of something that was like a 1 or a 2, and they didn't know yet whether or not it was Calumet 16 or not. So maybe I tried it. Maybe I didn't try it. I don't know. Okay. 5410 is intriguing. It's like, I keep wanting to say floral, but it's not floral. It's fruit, it's green apple, it's pears. It's these lighter fruits. It's really enjoyable, really crisp. Okay, we're moving to 6140. I don't 6140 smells rich, but I'm not getting, it smells richer than the other ones, but I'm not getting a lot on the nose. This is where I would assume that my sinuses are kicking in, because I don't get a lot besides like some richness. That's nice. It's fruity. It's like cake batter. It's like it's just like rich and sweet and weighted. Kind of like fruit and cake batter. Okay, so I'm not too far off. Not too far off. My everything is thrown off by my ear, by having not being able to hear out of this ear, because I've got my earbud plugged in here. So now I feel like I'm just in my own head. I can't tell how loud I am or anything. Okay, now we're on to 2423. Ooh, this is the fruitiest. I just spilled water on my computer again, but luckily it was a bottle. It wasn't the bourbon. I did that last time, and I got tissues nearby. It's like I was set up to fix this. Last time I spilled the bourbon, it was not good, and I thought that computer was wrecked. Fortunately not. Now, there's still time for me to spill all of these pours on the computer, so let's try not to. This 2423 is super juicy and super fruity. So big fan of this. Whatever these are, Andrew, so far these noses are pretty fire. Pretty fire. Let's hope it continues into some positive notes on the palate. Dude, I got so mad about, of all things. All right, I'm running out of room here. My kids' homeschool stuff is all over the place, and so kind of run out of room while we're doing this. All right, this is the one that's like kind of smoky, kind of malty. This is the Symposium, the Rare Bird 101 Malt Review Keg and Bottle Private Barrel Pick. Down the hatch. Chocolate malt, smoky. Exactly what I expect. You know, I feel I could be lying. I feel like maybe I'm lying, Andrew, because of just knowing the cask type. I feel like it's got some agave flavor to it, but I have to assume that it's just a stretch. It's just because I can see that it was in a tequila cask. But it's got a little agave sweetness to it. Little agave kick. overall, kind of sweet. It's got some chocolate, got some malty notes, got some rolled oat notes. I think I said that it was smoky. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure if once I'm like all fixed, I'll pour the rest of the sample and really sit down with a little bit more. But now I just want to kind of keep going through and try the other ones. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's not too attacking on the palate. It's approachable. A little bit of smoke to it. Nice kind of malty flavor. It doesn't taste that old. I think this is another one that's, oh, yeah, it's like 6.5 years old. 6.5 years old. What should I do the next 10 days of no working other than taking care of a newborn almost 3 years? You keep going to that coffee shop. Keep posting pictures of it because I live vicariously through you. I can't go there and I can't try our coffee drink there. So you have to go and not have to live vicariously through you. What's up, Jordan? Just poured Russell's Reserve single barrel picked by Rare Bird Runner 1. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. All right. Yeah, so that was the Symposium, Rare Bird 101 Malt Review in Keg and Bottle Private Westland. And now we're going to move it to Cask 2631, the only single malt here. And this one had a real nice nose. All right. This is the butter popcorn one. Get the agave on that one too. It fools most people. I give it to. I think it's a peated, but it's agave. You know what? I can see that. That makes sense because it's more like mezcal, right? I guess in that regard. Oh, this single malt's interesting, dude. It still has on the front of the palate, the nose, in the front even has that buttery, has a profile like artificial butter, thickness, flavor, but the way it lingers with those crisp fruits, it's got like a champagne-y. Did I say something about champagne on here? It's got like a champagne-y like elegance to the finish with some of those. What's up, Deep? I'm sipping through some Westland picks right now, courtesy of boy Porkins. Yeah, the second one is nice. So once you get past that butter popcorn thing, it if this is the most Scotch-like, I can see that because it has those lighter fruit notes like I noticed the most on the Sassenach that I had, but both in its body, it's rounded, it's soft, it's delicate, has a good viscosity. What I love the most about this one is its linger because it's got those kind of crisp notes, elegant, slightly floral notes, touch of honey, still those nice grain notes to it. Let's go. Let's go with the coffee folks that come in here. I know. You. I've hidden a lot of the stuff with bottles, so hopefully it's a little easier to understand here. Okay, that was 2631. It was good. I think I like it differently. I like 5700 was interesting. I like that smokiness of it. It kind of reminds me of it. Makes me want to go drink the Mash and Journey pick that I have from ASW, but it's all the way upstairs. It's not upstairs. But it's not here either. Anyway, let's go to 5410. 5410 is 5410. 5410 is got a good nose. I like the 5410. I'm liking this one, Porkins. Yeah, who knows what Tight Cuts is doing right now. Okay. 5410. All right, 5410 is hotter, which it's not. 5410 is actually lower ABV than 2631, but comes off so much hotter. It tastes like an American whiskey. This is the one that's, I don't know. I can't tell what it is. It says First Fill X Westland, First Fill X Bourbon, French Oak X Syrah finish. I don't really know what that means. The 5410 tastes like a light whiskey or an American whiskey. It has a lot of heat for being 0.9% lower, but it's very sugary. It's got a lot of that big sugar profile, like the birthday cake type flavors, the cupcake flavors, the over intense icing notes, like some of these light whiskeys can have. We got some coffee. We got the coffee side chat going on here. That's right. Let's see here. Told you about the espresso machine these guys talking about to buy and cost more. I'm like, hey, you did your own thing, dude. You dug your grave. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should super chat. No, we're not going to get into super chat giveaways. We're not going to get into super chat giveaways. I was going to give away some coffee. We got some fun coffees coming out. All right. It was 2 barrels. One was previously used Westland barrel, and one was a previously used bourbon barrel. They dumped both barrels into a Rhine. Does this one taste like an American whiskey to you too? That kind of like big, sugary, cakey profile. Great nose, but that's what I get. Yeah, you took that all on your own. See, Kendra, I think you're the one who I need to send some coffee to. I think you're the one who I need to send some coffee to, because we could talk. I could try and figure out some of your flavors that you might like, and do that. Ooh, time to do whiskey coffee tray with Brian next. Hey, Michael, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you move? Is it a different address? And do I still have a Knob Creek for you? Already ordered some quills, and now you tell me you have cool stuff coming out. Sadly, yes. Tomorrow we're putting out a second Burundi. The Burundis are good, but I will tell you, and Drew talked about this last time. We're putting 4 Burundis on the menu this year. And the first one, we've gotten almost through all the stuff. And then I heard on the cupping table, I wasn't there, but they're like, I think we ran into a potato defect. I was like, shoot. But a bunch of brews of the second one, I'm running into it. So while it's dropping tomorrow, I'm a little cautious to see. I think it's a better coffee than the first one that we had. But if you're going to hit potato, you're going to hit potato. It's part of it. But I got a surprise call today. There was another Kenya that I wanted, and it was sold through. And they called me back and they said that some more came back available. So I immediately booked some. So I've got 5 Kenyas coming out this year. One will come out and it'll start next week. The summer blend that we have is fire. It's a nice washed Ethiopia with a natural processed Honduras. It's just a little bit wild. It's very good. And we will release that Agaro Goridako washed Ethiopia on the 1st of July. So that's coming out. I've got tons of stuff. I've got a honey processed Honduras that's been super tasty. I've been trying to get this new cafe open. We're really close. Does anybody want to see a photo? Does anybody want to see some photos that I took of the new cafe? I can add them. If anybody wants to see some photos of the new cafe that we've been working on building out. It's not open to public yet, so nobody's seen it. So if you all want to see it because you are the crew, you all are my crew, then let me know and I will post a couple of pictures here. I feel like I should see which pictures these actually are. I feel like you all want to see the bar. If you're going to see anything, you want to see the whole bar. See if I can add this one and this one and this one, this one and this one. It might not let me add these. We'll try. This one. We'll do that one. We'll try that one. We'll try this one. We'll try this one. We'll try. Yeah, I'm taking a pause, guys. I'm taking a little pause between these Westland samples so I can try and upload some pictures of this new cafe that we've got coming in. Let me see here. I'm probably missing a ton of comments. Let's see. Open these pictures. Okay, these are all going to upload. Let me go back to the chat real quick while these upload. We'll come back. Yeah, it's lame, but a reality 2% if you were lucky. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope it's not that big of a deal, and I just keep running into some weird batches. Okay, show us the bar. All right, let's get this preview. You guys get the first look at this cafe. Not open yet. Probably soft opening Monday. You guys get the first look at this bar. It's an old bank, so we've kept the safe there. We were trying to figure out what we wanted to do, whether we wanted to hide the safe, or not hide the safe, but leave that safe door open or shut. We obviously have opted to keep it shut, and we built the bar around it. You can kind of see over on the right, there's a staircase. So there is a top floor. Here's a little bit better picture, like of the espresso machine. And then you can see where the stairs kind of go, and they take you up. Upstairs, you have, where did the table picture go? I thought I uploaded a table picture. Oh, it won't show that one. See if I got another one upstairs with some of the space upstairs. Let's see. Nope, it won't let me show you upstairs. Either way, here's another one just at that angle where you can see a little bit of that laptop bar that's upstairs. We got some fun things that we tried on here. We got some of the Marco systems. So we have this automatic pour over station over here, the Marco SP9. We got the Marco poured taps here. So this will do hot water, cold water, or sparkling water instantly. Over by if you saw it over here, over by the POS, over on the left, you can see on the left of the POS, there's one for cold brew dispenser tap like there. Little menu board signs there. So that's that. That's the new Quills Cafe that we've been working on. We're working on several projects, but yeah, the speakeasy is safe. No, the kitchen is in the space. Kitchen's in the space, but anyway, it's fun. It's been a fun build out. All the kudos goes to our brand manager, Lindsay. She has been killing it on this project and on other projects that we are working on. She's fantastic. I would not want to do my job as much as I do without her. She's been great. And then Jess, the manager for that shop too, is killing it. So excited to see that place open here. Okay, let's jump back. We are on 6140. 6140 is the one that I initially said was like rich, kind of berry, kind of sweet. It's not that American whiskey type of sweetness. Which you said something back here. Let me try and figure out what you said. And then I got distracted with coffee. I think it picked up a lot of vanilla from the bourbon barrel and the wine. Yeah, I get that. And so this is the one I said was really rich. Like I don't think I said it's cake battery, but really rich. Okay, let's go ahead and taste 6140. I like these ones that aren't as hot. Like that 5410 had nice flavors, but it was kind of hot. The palate here. This one's good too. It's a little fruity. It's not overly malty. It doesn't have that big chocolate note like one of the earlier ones did. It just has some like maple like sweetness, some berry notes with like a little bit of a little malty finish. I like that one. Which is the other one I liked? Is it 2631? Is it? Oh, that's a buttered popcorn. 5410 had the good nose. All right. Let me try and recap so far. 5700 was the smokier one. Appreciate it. Not necessarily my jam, but it's intriguing. I like it. 2631. That's the one. Nose like buttered popcorn. Rich start like buttered popcorn. Has the most scotch-like profile in its delicacy, in its softness at the front, and then the one that turned into some crisp notes, some slight florals. 5410 is the one that just has a great nose. But the more I come back to it now after trying the palate, you notice more of it on the nose. That overly sweet fruit, overly sweet cake batter moves in those big sugars on the palate. 6140. I got to pour some more. That's the one that was hardest to discern on the nose when I first poured it. But it's complex. It's got some nice notes to it. Fruit. A little tea-like. It's good. It's not as stinging. It's not as hot as the 5410 was. There's nothing overly crazy about it, but it has some nice subtle complexities to it. I can get behind that. I'm looking forward to trying that when my senses aren't checked. Cheers, Michael Flores. Thanks. Do a benchmark flight review. I could go buy them. Who is actually interested in me doing a benchmark flight review? If we get enough super chats, I'll go buy the whole flight. I'll go buy them all and do a benchmark flight. Or I'll find samples. I can just find samples. That's probably easiest too. Okay. Tom says, nope. Tom says, you're not doing that. All right, 24-23. So 24. So Andrew Beck says, I think this one is my favorite. The first is the most interesting, but this one just the most delicious. It's good. It's really good. This 24-23 has a lot of fruitiness right away. Coming back to it, it does remind me of the 5410. It's similar in that regard, that like kind of cakey, sweet one. This is the one that said it was red wine. Oh, the one that we like. The 6140 is the Pinot De Charon one. That makes me interested to do Pinot De Charon. To go. I have the bottle. Where do I have the bottle? Oh, it's here. I've not opened it yet. Should I open it tonight? Should we finish the stream with me opening this? Do I need to say, we get to so many super chats? Get to so many super chats and we'll open it. Or do we just get into it at the end of this? Or do I not get into it at all? Okay. Andrew Beck says they are both red wine finishes. Oof. That's tough, man. Okay. This is 24-23. It's crisp. It's got some apple. It's got some of the candy notes. A little bit coconut. Okay. Let's go ahead and go. Ooh. All right. I need I need to hold off for a second. I need to come back to that one with another sip. I'm sorry, my eye is just getting me today. I don't mean to just keep scratching on the live with you guys. The 24-23 has good flavor. It's a lot of heat though, packed up at front. It's not as much chocolate malty profile as whatever I said, like 2631 was. I think that's what it was. One of them I tried, I was like, it's got that chocolate malt thing. Maybe it was the first one. Man, that first one is still so smoky. The last one has I'm going to have to come back to these when my palate is a little tighter, because I'm having a hard time discerning the differences with some of the nuance that seem to both be in 6140 and 2423. 2123, once you get past the initial heat, you got poured just a touch more. Well, after you get past the initial heat, I actually like it a fair bit. And I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is about that I do like. Let's see here. Your Huckleberry says, if you open your Starlight, I'll open mine. Screw it. Let's do it. When I get done with the sample, let's do it. Let's pop them open. Fruity, mapley, crisp. Okay. Spicy on the palate. What is this one? Oh, that's 140 proof. I probably shouldn't pour more. Okay. While it's spicy, okay, it's kind of a firecracker. While it's spicy, I would not take it for 140 proof. I don't often add water, but that one is a pour that can benefit the hazmat. Yeah, I forgot it was 140. Which was this pick? Which one do you regret? The Pinot De Charon? That's good. There's a ton of flavor packed. I will have to add water to that. I think the winner tonight might be the 6140. Andrew, this is a question I don't know the answer to. Do they just have bottles sitting around in the gift shop or the distillery? Like, is there odds that any of this stuff is still there, or do they have enough of a following locally that their stuff just gets snatched up when they release it? These have all been really fun. Thank you so much for sending this flight. Again, thanks to Porkins for sending this flight of Westlands. They have all been different. They've all been unique. I would drink every single one of these. Really good representation. Being able to see a bunch of different stuff that they have done. None of these to me tasted like overly youthful. You know how sometimes we'll taste from, especially if you have like 5 samples. You give me 5 Starlights, certainly one of them is going to taste youthful. Or 5 Driftless Glens, or 5 Wilderness Trails, or something like that. Certainly one of them is going to be like, And whilst there's, barrels that I prefer more than the others, I wouldn't say that any of these stunk by any means. They're all pretty different. Okay, let's finish this. I don't even need to finish the stag. Let's go ahead and go. Oh, that's going to be the problem. What do I have immediately close that I can use to open the wrap? Oh, I could just use this. I could just use this thing right here. Probably why I put it there. No, probably not. That's on the bottle, not on the plastic. I don't have my knife close by. Let me see if I can get this going. Let's see. The 6140 is still available. Pre-pandemic, you could walk in a handful bottle wherever into a handful bottle from whatever the case they had. Now they just have pre-filled single barrel bottles. Next time you're around, let me know if that 6140s are available and what that cost is, because I don't have a Westland, and that would be an interesting one to add. What about that 5700? Well, any of these actually. The 5700, the 2631, or the 6140. I think the 5410 I could do without. Oh, shoot. Am I streaming while the game is on? For some reason, I thought that was tomorrow. Am I ruined tonight? All right. So we got Tom pouring. See, let's go Warriors. I'm checking ESPN real quick because I didn't realize that I'm missing. We've got pouring some PDC2. Oh, we're at halftime. I've got plenty of time to catch it up. I got plenty of time. By the way, no. Let's go Celtics. Get out of here with that Golden State crap. Get out of here with that. Yeah, okay. Can someone please kick Eric out? What a dumb question. All right, here we go. Not bad, not terrible. I thought the NBA season was starting next week. It basically is, dude. Basically is. Oh, this nose is fun. Look at the color. Hold on. I got to zoom in on this. The bottle already looks like black, and the cork, if you can see the difference in, let me zoom in on the cork so you can see how dark the discoloration on this cork from the juice. All right. Now, let's look at the color. Look at this. Look at the color of this in this glass, in this Pinot De Charon finish. Oh, that's right. The 5700 was the keg and bottle one. I need to message Shim. I'm gonna do this right here while we're doing this. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna send it to Shim. Let him know that I'm sipping it. Right? Oh, that's where Drew is. He's starting his Swing Nation pod. I mean, might as well be. Might as well be. Wish he was here, but Eric, Andrew, let's talk after this. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Eric says, is it Welch's grape juice? And I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take my glasses off. Golly, that's sweet. That's sweet. Oh man. I gotta remember what I said about this one. Canton. Whew. This is, let's see if we can get some legs on here. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to highlight that one. I just wanted to highlight this one, even though we kind of talked about it already. Look at this right here. See if you can get some. All right. I'll have to make Manhattans, but swap the vermouth for Pinot de Charon. Don't. Did he really start one? Did he really start one? Oh, here we go. Comment of the night. I'm kidding. People are going to start thinking I don't like Drew. That's not true. I'm just trying to keep things going. I'm trying to keep Nation going while Drew's away. Who all else is pouring this tonight? Cheers to you if you are. All right. Gosh. Dang, that's rich. I'm going to sit on this for a second. I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure it tasted funkier during the pick. Golly, that's heavy. It's like leathery maple covered raisins. That's what that tastes like to me. It's like maple tumbled raisins. Gosh, I can't get over how dark this is. That's good. That's funky. That's rich. It's chewy. It's exactly what I said on the notes. That's a fun one. Who all picked one of these up? Are they still there? They're gone, right? Certainly these are not on Sealbox anymore. Certainly these sold out. Pinot De Charon. Yeah, I don't see it. That's gone. That's gone. Maybe it's because I just had all of those Westlands, Tom, but I get no heat on this. It's actually smoother than all of the Westlands that I had. I mean, this is you could tell me this was sweet vermouth, and I'd be like, okay, yep, I'm just drinking sweet vermouth at this point. Yum. That's delicious. Here's the deal, guys. I only thought I was going to go live for an hour. I did go over that, but I did not quite go to 2 hours. But I did meet my agenda, so I don't really have anything else to talk about. So I just assumed that I was going to button this up and try and get myself some NyQuil going and see if I can't fix whatever's going on. I mean, for 4 hours now, I have lost hearing in this ear. So I'm not going to hang out with my wife. She's asleep now. But I really hope that I lose whatever moisture is in this ear, causing me from being able to hear, because it's driving me insane. I will say I don't know that it's going to be Monday's or I don't know that it's going to be Tuesday's video. I don't even know if I'm going to take time over Father's Day weekend to record it, but I might. Another friend of mine gave me some Four Roses OESO samples from the MW25 warehouse, tier 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. 5 samples, not tier 1. 5 samples. He did not say what the picks are. And I thought about doing a blind of them. That's called Does Tier Matter with Four Roses. So just tasting through them and picking what my winner is, and then revealing what the tiers are. Talking through them in the same process. But I am curious, what do you all think about the last couple of videos that I did that I'm not doing reviews or tasting comparisons? I'm just kind of chit-chatting. Do you all want more content like that? Do you want me to get back to more new releases? Because I thought about getting they have it in several stores, trying to get the Smoke Wagon Uncut the Younger. And I thought about doing a comparison with Stellum, because price point wise, I feel like it's battling with Stellum for like that kind of dollar spot. I'm highlighting some of these things as we go. So thanks, guys. Thanks so much for the responses too. This is very helpful for me to know exactly what to do. All right, Tim, I'll continue to do a mix of those. I'm trying to figure out what else I had on my list. Hold on, let me go through some of the other topics that I had coming up. So, upcoming topics. We had I still haven't recorded the OWA versus Old Rip Van Winkle blind video. And so I wanted to do that. And I have not done the, yeah. We'll talk. I'm going to hold this up here so don't forget. I was going to do the Lot B versus Weller 12 blind video. I still haven't done that. But so I did the what do I look for on a barrel pick video. That's one that just dropped. I'm going to be doing the OESO vertical. That's probably the next video that I do. Here's what's so weird. Recently, New Riff released, and this is insane to me. So they did the new rye, the malted rye 6-year, right? And fantastic product. They came out with it another year. The 2020, the newest bottling of it tastes even better than I remember the first one tasting. Then they do the barrel proof sherry finished version of it. And I've seen this many videos on it. This many. So I wanted to do a video about the new sherry finished New Riff if I can get my hands on one, but I have not gotten my hands on one yet. So so Uncut the Younger versus Stellum. I want to do the sherry New Riff one. We're going to do the OESO vertical. And then I actually thought about doing a video called What Makes a Good Cigar Blend. So we have, the cigar blend by Starlight now. Joseph Magnus has their cigar blend. I tried a Buzzard's Roost cigar blend. And I thought about doing a video that talks about what makes a good cigar blend. Maybe lighting a cigar, maybe doing a couple of different cigars, and trying to figure out what actually works well. It might be a tricky video to record. I might not be able to do it in this setting. But I thought about doing it. Okay. The sherry, I just think the sherry slaps you, and the corn youth really brings this stuff forward. Interesting. Maybe that's the reason why I haven't heard anything about it. Tom, so going back to what Tom was saying, it was announced today that Jackie Zykin is moving on from Old Forester. So as of today, Jackie Zykin apparently has resigned from Master Taster of Old Forester in order to pursue other endeavors. That's the latest information. So that has been published. I think it's been confirmed essentially by her. So that is why Cam did the Old Forester 117 flight. That was a product that she had brought to market. And we're going to miss Jackie. We're going to miss her chiming in, her influence on the barrels. I don't know where they go from here. So we'll see. We'll see where Old Forester goes from here. Now, I will say, as someone who's been on several tours lately, I mean, they really harp on trying to promote her. And I don't know if that's like, was a her thing. Like, you need to promote me more. It like a written in kind of thing. Or if it was a brand's decision saying we need to make more of a point to say, who she is and what she does for you. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we'll never know. But I do know they hit it a lot. Whenever I've done tours or tastings there lately, they always make sure to talk about the program and Jackie's influence over the program in the 117 series and her influence on the birthday bourbons and everything as of late. So, we will see. We'll see what happens. We'll see where things go. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows what gets released, but we wish her the best. We wish Old Forester the best. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll see something come out soon about other endeavors or she's involved in here pretty soon. Okay, everybody. Did she have much to do with the barrel strength rye? I don't know. I don't actually know that she did. But I mean, she's been there for 7 years. So I'm sure she had some sort of part in that. All right, everybody. I don't want to necessarily just banter for bantering's sake. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, everybody, for the super chat tonight. Again, first time for doing that. Thanks so much to Porkins. Everybody give a round of applause. Porkins for sending this flight. Might have been boring to you all because you all didn't get a chance to taste it. It was very cool for me. So I need to dig through now. I think I need to pick up some Westlands. So if you're in Nashville, shoot me a line. I will be there next weekend. Cheers, Tim. Thanks so much. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody for coming to the stream. Again, I know that we're not on Drew's channel. We don't have almost 10,000 followers, so we have a lot lower attendance. Drew's not on here, so it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a tight knit group. It's a tight knit group. It's a tight cuts, tight knit group. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we have a good time. Kendra, thanks for joining in. Let's talk. Let's get you some coffee. And everybody, stay happy, stay safe, and keep it neat.
Who would you cite as some of your musical influences?
I get a lot of guitar tapping techniques from Dave Knudsen from Minus the Bear. I've listened to a lot of Godspeed You Black Emperor, Zeros, Explosions in the Sky, stuff like that.
It's almost over, it's just begun. Don't overthink this, look in my eye. Don't be scared, don't be shy, come on in, the water's
Neat Nation, welcome back to the Droopy Whiskey Show.
Everyone, what is going on? It is Brian.
Neat Nation.
Everyone, what is going on? It is Brian. We are back.
Neat Nation, welcome back.
Everyone, what is going on? It is Brian.